Hello, my lovely anatomists and physiologists. We have been talking about the urinary system this whole time. We haven't even defined, oh my goodness, what is urine? And so let's go ahead and do that. And sometimes I think it's interesting when we define something, we can talk about what it is, but then we can also talk about what it's not. And sometimes that discussion of what is it not can help us even better understand. And so on my screen here, I have a yes and a no. And that's what I mean. So when I say yes, I'm saying like, this is what urine is. And when I say no, I'm saying this is what urine is not. And so maybe let's start with that. So when we talk about the production of urine, we have no proteins, right? Remember, those proteins can't leave the fenestrated capillary of the glomerulus. It should stay in the bloodstream. And the same is true for cells. So we shouldn't have any red blood cells. We shouldn't have any white blood cells exiting with the urine. If you have proteins, if you have cells in the urine, you have damage to your kidney. And then it shouldn't have really any nutrients. So glucose in particular should not be in the urine because this should all be reabsorbed, remember, in the proximal convoluted tubule. So one of our jobs is this reabsorption or conservation of nutrients. And then we should not have any ketones either. And ketones are going to be a byproduct of lipid metabolism. So if you're either like on purpose not eating any carbohydrates, or if you're eating carbohydrates but you're not able to make or to use your insulin in order to use the glucose, then you're going to be breaking down a lot of lipids. And so presence of glucose, presence of ketones in the urine are all indicators of diabetes, for instance. When we talk about the urine, we do see that the composition varies based on your diet, your exercise, your water intake. So we do have a pH range, which is pretty broad, 4.5 to 8. And this varies by diet. So our book says if you're eating a lot of meat, you might have a low pH. And if you're eating a lot of citrus and vegetables and dairy, you might have a high pH. We've talked about urobilinogen as one of our byproducts of the breakdown of our heme group, of our hemoglobin. And we said that this was contributing to color. We'll get urea as part of the urine. The urea is a byproduct of the breakdown of amino acids. And we've already said that we're producing about 1 to 2 liters per day in healthy functioning kidneys for somebody who is, having, let's say, like a normal sort of consumption of food and liquid. And I think that's really all I need to say about urine. So as always, stay tuned. Last video coming up. And as always, take care of yourselves and each other.